Hello, Film Festival nerds, the biggest and also the longest running film festival in Taiwan. The Taipei Golden Horse Film Festival, Taipei 国际金马影展, is about to start the next month, November the 6th to the 23rd. What are some of the films that I am so excited about? Stay tuned to get to know my recommendation this week. Hey, come on! The screening is about to begin! This is Cinematic Motif. Hello, I'm Wanson, a film critic and a content creator, and welcome back to Cinematic Motif, where I introduce you films in Taiwan and around the world. Alright, so it's the time of the year. It's almost the time of the year. The Taipei Golden Horse Film Festival is coming back this year. So it is actually the largest and longest running film festival here in Taiwan. Here in the Taipei Golden Horse Film Festival, you get to see so diverse film programs. You get to see films from all over the world and also get to meet the filmmakers. And this whole festival all started in 1980, so it has been 45 years, so long. At this film festival, you can watch all the latest films in Taiwan and all over the world, and also you get to watch the films nominated for the Golden Horse Award. That is the official big film award in the Mandarin-speaking films. Alright, so today I have some recommendations for you. The reason why I have some recommendations is because, I went to Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival in France earlier this year, right? So a lot of films that I have watched at Cannes, they're also now going to be screened at the Taipei Golden Horse Film Festival. So I get to tell you some of the films that I really like, and also there will be some recommendations and some of the films that I'm so excited about. Alright, so we first start with a film that I like so much from Cannes, the Festival of Cannes in France. So this is The Mastermind. We have Kelly Reichardt's American director's The Mastermind, or in Mandarin Chinese, it's 道义有道. It is a quiet but daring twist on the art heist genre. That is the thief who steals paintings from museums, that sort of genre. So we know Kelly Reichardt. She is someone who always do this sort of realism and also minimalism films. And she turns a supposed crime story into a road odyssey in The Mastermind. She captures the chaos and the uncertainty of the 1970s America. We're talking about this because, the 1970s is a time when the US is having this sort of crisis on Vietnamese war. And then we also have Nixon, the President Nixon's political disillusionment, as we see a lot of some sort of scams in the government. So this is a very interesting film, The Mastermind. And as we already talked about, this is an art heist genre. Some parts of this film is an art heist genre, though this is a mix of different genres. So it challenges us, the value of art. Is art purely art, or it's art something like a luxury? That is also a topic that will be discussed in this movie. And it also talks about alienation. As we can see, the main character, he has a lot of friends, this sort of thing, and the politics, the protests happening, the historical context there. It's just a very, very brilliant film. And we have challengers star Josh O'Connor leads the cast. We love Josh O'Connor. He also played not just in Challengers, but also in films like what is the one that I love so much? God's Own Country, and also the Crown TV series. We love Josh. And he brings that same lost magnetic energy that made him one of the most exciting actors of his generation. This is a very, very cool film, The Mastermind. By the way, it's also critiquing usual thrillers. You know, when we talk about the sort of heist movies, they are usually thrillers, and they're usually just, lots of commercialized and then, stealing things. But this one is not that simple. It's a road film odyssey in the second part. So give it a try. And moving on, next up, it's also from another director who we already discussed previously in Cinematic Motif. We're talking about British director Oliver Hermanus. No, he's actually not British. He's South African director Oliver Hermanus, the filmmaker behind Living, 伦敦生之狱. He has this new film called The History of Sound, which is also a film that I love so much at the film festival in Cannes. So this whole movie stars Paul Mescal from After Sun, 日丽, and again, Josh O'Connor. Yes, he's everywhere. By the way, I saw Josh in person, like really close at Cannes, because I went to the press conference of The Mastermind. He's really that kind of person who just like not talk too much. Okay, so in this movie, The History of Sound, two young men whose friendship and their friendship and love blossom through music during wartime. And years later, they reunite to record vanishing folk songs, and in doing so, they also capture each other's heartbeats. These two people, they have the sort of love relationship started to appear. But, back in the time, it was a time when this sort of gay relationship is not that open, so they couldn't get together, and that is a shame. And it's a love story told through sound, silence, and memory. It's beautiful. I would highly recommend you to watch this movie in a movie theater because the sound design is just amazing. So go watch this one. This is The History of Sound. And moving on, next up we also have Young Mothers. This is from Belgium, the Dardenne brothers. They return with this one, Young Mothers. It's set in a shelter for teenage moms, and the film tenderly follows 5 young women navigating hardship, hope, and reconciliation. And it's the Dardennes' 10th Cannes competition entry, and it took home both Best Screenplay and the one of the jury prizes. So Belgium also chose this film as their Oscar submissions this year for the Best International Feature, so definitely worth watching. But I haven't watched this one, so I really want to watch it at the Golden Horse Film Festival. Maybe you'll see me. Alright, and next up we also have a Hungarian film or a film called Orphan by the Hungarian master Laszlo Nemes, the director of Son of Saul. So it is set in the aftermath of Hungary's failed 1956 revolution, and the film follows a Jewish boy confronting his father's secrets and his own identity. So it's shot in the director's signature close, subjective styles, and it's just a coming-of-age story and mirror a nation's wounds. So I love this sort of national historical context films, so I really love to watch this one. Alright, so the 5th film recommendation is closely related to this track by Atomic Kitten. This is Whole Again. It's a very, very old but classic tracks, but why am I playing this? Because this song is featured in the UK actor Harris Dickinson's latest directorial debut, Urchin. Harris Dickinson is a very, very famous actor, also a very, very brilliant actor, but he steps behind the camera for this film, Urchin. Drawing from his experience as a social worker, Dickinson crafts a haunting drama about a lost young man trying to rebuild his life, and it also mixes the realism with mystery. And this film won the Best Actor and the Fiprisi Critic Prize at the Cannes Film Festival this year, and it's a really, really touching one. And this track, Whole Again, in the film, it's almost like an ironic track, as someone working the leading character, he's actually someone who doesn't have a home, who doesn't have a job, and he's now, like he has nothing. And what can make him whole again? maybe a relationship. Well, something happened in this movie, but somehow it didn't work out like he thought. I mean, it's just a very ironic track in the movie. What can make him whole? Well, you can take a look at the movie. And what I love so much about Harris Dickinson is that I thought he would be more into the sort of movie that is more of like related to high culture. But this movie is really a very left-wing political movie. Like, it's talking about really the people who doesn't have a job at this margin of the society. And that's really beautiful. So let's give this track a listen, Atomic Kitten and Ho Again, and we'll be right back on Cinematic Motif.
Don't be too late, 'cause I just can't go on. It's already been too long, but you can make me whole again. Looking back on when we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Baby, you're the one, you still turn me on. You can make me whole again. Oh, whoa. Looking back on when we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Baby, you're the one, you still turn me on. You can make me whole again. Oh, baby, you're the one, you still turn me on. You can make me whole again.
Atomic Kitten and Ho Again on Cinematic Motif. Today we're talking about movies recommendations for the Taipei Golden Horse Film Festival this year. Alright, I have still 5 films to go, so I'm gonna go through them very quickly. The next film that I really want to share with you is that Brokeback Mountain, 断背山. It's the classic, the all-time classics of Taiwanese director Ang Lee. This is a 2005 American neo-Western romantic drama, and the film stars Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal, Anne Hathaway, and Michelle Williams. It won the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, the Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Score at the Oscars. It talks about two cowboys who fall for each other, but their relationship becomes complicated when they both get married to their respective girlfriends. So another gay love story, but very early. It was like 20 years ago, and finally we get to see this film again in theater. And as a little fun fact, Ang Lee himself has confirmed that he'll attend a special post-screening discussion for Brokeback Mountain, so I would probably try to go to that screening. I would love to see Ang Lee and how he talks about this all-time classics movie, Brokeback Mountain. Alright, and as for other LGBTQ+ movies, there's also another one at Cannes Film Festival. I haven't watched this movie, but I'm really interested in this one. It's called The Mysterious Gaze of the Flamingo. It's from Chile, and it dives into the AIDS panic of the 1980s with a touch of magical realism. It's a visually stunning work that explores trans dignity in times of fear, and it won the Un Certain Regard, the top prize at Cannes Film Festival. So do give it a watch, give it a chance. And Chile also submitted this movie for the Oscars, so you should definitely watch this one. And now moving on to another film that I watched at the Cannes Film Festival. It's a good one. It's called The Secret Agent. It's a Brazilian film, and it's the latest film of the ever-inventive Kleber Mendonça Filho, the director of Bacurau, but I believe most of us have never watched this movie. So this director, in this film, he fuses political thriller, black comedy, and B-movie flavor in a story about a man on the run from the military regime, desperate to reunite with his son. And the film swept Cannes with 3 major prizes: Best Director, Best Actor, and the Fipruzzi Award. I think this movie is a very bold movie, and not in a sense that it combines different genres, and also in a sense that it's very long. And my favorite part is that it's also talking a little bit about transitional justice, like how we explore the past political history as someone from the new generation. So it's a film that you can watch. It's I heard some critics saying that it's sexy. It's sexy in a sense, so give it a watch. You can't imagine that a movie of secret agent on the run, a Brazilian film, can be that interesting. So do give it a watch. And next up, we have a title from A24. You just always have to watch movies from A24. It's a little bit more metaphysical. So imagine this. After death, you have 1 week to choose your eternal afterlife, and you must decide which of your past lovers to spend eternity with. It's complicated. It's difficult, right? This whole question is the core of the romantic comedy Eternity. This one movie called Eternity, with a philosophical twist, starring Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller. Miles Teller was in the Top Gun Maverick movie, if you know that one. I think you all know that movie, right? Okay, so I would personally love A24, so I would go watch that one, Eternity, 换成真爱. And for the last few minutes of the show, I want to give you a little warning. So you might see Scarlett Johansson's latest movie, Eleanor the Great, her directorial debut, in the list of films at the Golden Horse Film Festival. I watched it in Cannes earlier this year. It is not worth watching. Okay, it's not worth watching. So first of all, the direction from Scarlett Johansson is poor. It's not unique at all. You don't see any personal traits and personal passion in this sort of directing. You cannot see her personal style. And the screenplay is also a bit weird. It's too sentimental to approach the topic of the Holocaust. It's just giving away all the historical context, giving away all the political discourse, only focusing on the sort of like sentimental, like friendship, like I can accept you trying to act like you're a Holocaust survivor, but you're actually not a Holocaust survivor. I don't think this sort of issue is something that can be told in this sort of manner. Well, anyway, it's not worth watching. I think it's best to see Scarlett Johansson as an actress rather than a director. Alright, so that is all for my film recommendations for the Golden Horse Film Festival this year. Some of the films that I really want to watch, like Eternity, The Mysterious Gaze of the Flamingo, Brokeback Mountain, Young Mothers, Orphan. These are all the films that I really want to watch. And also, do make sure that you get the tickets for The Mastermind, and also The History of Sound, and The Secret Agent, and not Eleanor the Great, okay? Okay, so final song for you today is a track from Brokeback Mountain, 断背山 by the director Ang Lee. I thought it would be a nice warm-up for you to listen to this track first, and then perhaps you can go watch the movie at the film festival. This track is Emmylou Harris and A Love That Will Never Grow Old. Alright, so for a little information for you, the tickets of the Golden Horse Film Festival will be available from the 26th of October. So do check out their websites for more information. And this has been Cinematic Motif. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Wanson, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
But trust in me, I'll never falter or fail. Just a smile in your eyes, it can light up the night. And your laughter's like wind in my sails. 'Cause I know a love that will never grow old. And I know a love that will never grow old. from the hand